tropical updates.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watch Team is here with your latest update on the tropics. So we got a few systems to watch. We got a system down here to watch, and it looks like we got this system over here we got to watch. Definitely shows the system going straight into the Caribbean Sea, and then it did show the system that's come over here, but it could make a turn up here and could affect the East Coast. Now, if it makes this turn much sooner, like it could keep up here, and then it could just turn up north, and it could be a New York storm. But again, there's like not a lot of warm waters up here near New Jersey, New York, and the extreme northeast. So the northeast, again, the northeast, the extreme northeast, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine area, water isn't so warm. So even if it were to do something like this and slowly kind of come up like this, by the time it got about right here, is really where the water would be too cold and it would start losing its characteristics that has approached the New Jersey coastline. If that happens to be a track that it takes, it would just fall apart as it approaches the New Jersey coastline. And again, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm talking weird. I have an extremely painful ulcer in my mouth, and so basically I have a sore in my mouth because of my braces. My mouth reacts to foreign objects being in my mouth, and it does not react in the most positive way. So yeah. Okay. And that's just something I want to talk about. So again, obviously up here we still have tropical depression Laura up here, which again it may landfall roughly right here, maybe a little farther to the east. May landfall like right here, I think. And it just kind of, now it's going up there, still producing a lot of heavy rain in that area. Bro, Force 13 predicted 90 billion. That seems like a bit much. Like, come on. I mean, it made landfall in an area where, it wasn't a heavily populated area where it made landfall. I mean, it made landfall. Laura killing 36 people. And Laura making landfall in an area where it isn't heavily populated. Cameron, Louisiana isn't like Houston, Texas, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Florida, or New Orleans, Louisiana. They aren't heavily populated city. It's not a very heavily populated area. And so for it to, I mean, $10 billion, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's sort of like, that's a possibility. It could cost $10 billion. But again, for it to say that $90 billion in a town where there's less than 100,000 people living there, really, like, I mean, Baton Rouge, not Baton Rouge, yeah, Baton Rouge, I think. Or Lake Charles, it was Lake Charles, I'm sorry. Lake Charles, yeah, it is not good in Lake Charles either. I believe Lake Charles might have been in the eye wall. Yeah, Lake Charles was definitely in the eye wall. So it really did, it did a big number and a big toll on Lake Charles. Because Lake Charles was, in fact, actually in the eye wall of Hurricane Laura. Which, I mean, a majority of the damage was probably done in Lake Charles. Because of, it's a pretty, it's not a heavily populated city like Houston or Dallas or Miami, Florida, or any of these big giant cities like, these big cities. But I think it has 100,000 people, something like that. And so it could have done easily $10–15 billion in damages in the Lake Charles area, the coastline, because it was really bad. That was the strongest storm that made landfall in the Texas-Louisiana state line area. Rita made $18.5 billion as a Category 3, and Laura made landfall in a semi-high Category 4. So I don't. If it be 15, makes sense. No, it's a good possibility. Plus, you got those people in Beaumont, Texas. Now, they were on the western eye wall, on the western side, so they didn't get as strong winds, but they still probably got, they probably did get hurricane force winds in Beaumont, Texas. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but again, it's really sad. It really is. I haven't, I was just talking about the storm. But hold on, I'm looking at the model, so. My mouth hurts like hell, and it's hard for me to do this. Yeah, I know, I'm looking at the GFS. I know it's not the most accurate model, but hey, what can you do? You know? It's just me. I'm sorry they slowed so slowly. It's honestly disturbing how slow it loads, how slowly it loads. So, even in the next 48 hours, there's practically no convection or no development here in the next few days. I mean, then we got 100 hours out. Then we have a storm that definitely develops. Not moving far, but about 100 hours out from now, by the beginning of September, this could be the next storm that we watch. And it develops out relatively early. It's not very far out, and I mean, it's already below 1,000 millibars. And again, it does move, and it just looks like it doesn't really develop into anything. It definitely develops into something, but it looks like it just, according to the GFS, doesn't look like it's developing into anything serious to attack in terms of land interaction. And it kind of looks like it just doesn't really make landfall. It looks like a fish storm, and it looks like it gets ripped apart. That's according to the GFS. If it was to be $90 billion, would have made landfall in the most populated area with levees around a city. We got a few storms coming up. We have a few storms coming up. Look, they cannot speak. That storm, then we have this one that tries to develop, and then when that's literally no other storms that start to make landfall. I'm going to take a look at the ECMWF. It only goes out 3 days, unfortunately. Not really showing, literally not showing anything. Yeah, again, that's what it is. But these are a storm definitely developing. Even in the next 24 hours, I mean, you can see it's right down here. I just want to put this into motion to show y'all. Because I'm also looking at this. We're also going to have to look at the conditions in the future. We have a storm right down there. That's not to worry about. Not much of anything, except they do show that storm moving across, not really going and doing anything, but developing, okay, in the Caribbean Sea, but then it doesn't ever move north. It just makes landfall there in, like, Nicaragua, Honduras area. And then it looks like it moves up north like this, and then like this, which could be bad. And I'm worried about that one. I'm worried about that one. That could be a big one. And I was saying they were showing a big major hurricane for New York. Now New York doesn't usually get major Category 4 hurricanes. Um, Now with the Navjim, I don't know what they were saying. It was making landfall of 994 millibars. That storm made landfall of 938 or 39 millibars. I have no idea what you're even talking about, dude. Latest run. Are you talking about the one before? Are you talking about 060? Let me look at that one. I was gonna say, I don't think so, my guy. wait, why is this not? Okay, there we go. But yeah, again, I'm worried about these other two storms because again, if the high pressure allows it to, it could move north like this and kind of just skirt, along the east coast. It's going to really depend on how powerful the high pressure is. That's really what's going to, what I'm looking at and worrying about, and depending on what this storm does, is how high is the high pressure? Is the high pressure powerful enough to push it far west? And this year, we have seen that. We have seen high pressure pushing the storms west. I know. Wow, I could not say this does not want to load fast enough. Like, oh lord. Starting to slowly load up now. See that one in the Gulf, in the Caribbean Sea, those last few frames. I'm a little worried about that. HWRF has making landfall in Canada as a 50-mile-an-hour extratropical cyclone. Wow. That is crazy. Laura's last attempt to come back. Laura may be pretty much gone, almost gone, but will never be forgotten. See, that's the one I'm looking about in the one in the Caribbean Sea to the like 180 hours. Wow, 142 deaths. Come on, people. This is why you evacuate. This is why you don't mess around. So again, I am really worried about that system. Alright? I'm still going to be doing my predictions. I do want to go to trackthechoppers.com. God, my fucking mouth hurts so fucking bad. Oh, not tropical tidbits. And it's updated. Okay, well. Shit. Oh, my mouth hurts so fucking bad. Well, I'm going to go National Hurricane Center do an update. Oh, Lord. December 1, 30% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. As of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Friday, August 28, 2020, a tropical wave located about 850 miles east of the Windward Islands is producing disorganized area of showers and thunderstorms. Some gradual development of the system is possible during the next several days while it moves westward at about 15 to 20 miles an hour toward the eastern Caribbean islands. Next chance the next 48 hours, low 20%. Formation chance in the next 5 days, low 30%. I have to go. Be safe. Bye. Alright, I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow, or see you this evening at 7. If you're gonna be up. Alright, so this is a storm like this got up to 30% right now. And it could go over the Caribbean and could something could develop out of it, and I'm a little bit worried about it. December number 2, 40% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. As of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Friday, August 28th, 2020. Another tropical wave is located over the eastern Atlantic Ocean, just west of Cabo Verde Islands. The northern part of this wave, should move rapidly westward over the central Atlantic during the next few days. It is not forecast to develop as anything expected remain unfavorable in the environmental conditions. However, the southern part of the wave is expected to be nearly stationary south of the Cabo Verde Islands for the next several days, and some development of the system is possible early next week when it begins to move slowly westward over the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. Again, 0% in the next 48 hours, 40% in the next 5 days. Something I'm a little worried about in terms of that. What do I predict for the total damages of Laura? I want to say $10 to $15 billion. Because once again, Laura made landfall, and again, it did make landfall in a low-populated city. But again, the eye wall did go over a very heavily populated city, somewhat populated. And that being, I think it was Baton Rouge, or Lake Charles. I'm sorry. And that was bad. That was really bad. So that could be really bad. And so again, that's kind of $10 to $15 billion is what I think. So here you can kind of see the drop potential minimum pressure. And again, it has cooled down quite some, but again, what I to notice that right off the eastern Atlantic, central Atlantic right there. Good, very very low water temperatures, ready for a storm to thrive. And again, in the Gulf of Mexico, it's cooled down some, but yet still a 930 millibar hurricane is still possible. Some areas still support a 900, maybe even 990 millibar hurricane. So, again, a major hurricane is still possible. A major hurricane is still possible with this system. Why does it show blue for Florida? Well, blue basically just means the potential. This is the minimum potential pressure. So south of Florida, I mean, we could see a hurricane when our air pressure is low as 900 millibars, which again would be a Category 5 hurricane. Yes, I will. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to show everyone this. And that's even more disturbing. A Category 5 is still very possible. A strong Category 4, but Category 5 is likely in the Gulf of Mexico and most of the Atlantic. I'm just trying to get through this video. I'm trying to give y'all an update. And also make sure my mouth is still okay, because I feel like my mouth is just going to fall off. It hurts. Really, really bad. Oh, my mouth hurts. Okay, we got something there in the Mediterranean Sea. Windy, I don't really trust windy very much. Windy's not the best. Yeah, I know. They do show. They do show the models becoming a fish storm. One of the models does. But it's something that we can't completely rule out that could affect land. Last time I said it was going to affect land, where did it go? It went out to sea. I think that was Josephine. I don't exactly remember. But again, I do believe that was. There's no time. I can look at La Nina, but I'm trying to like do everything everyone wants me to do, and I kind of can't do that whenever I like this. Okay. So as the ledge volume, okay, still 0.6 degrees below average. As O60, August 28th, 2020. They come down, and it doesn't look like it's coming back up a little bit, but it is still really low, really cold. So this isn't a very good. I'm a little worried about the. I'm a little bit worried about the La Nina. It could be bad because again, cooler in the Pacific, warmer in the Atlantic. So it is bad, given those conditions there. Here's what our wind shear is looking like. Wind shear in the Gulf of Mexico is high. Pretty rough right now. So again, here in the Gulf of Mexico, here you can kind of see that in the Gulf of Mexico we do have, we do definitely have some wind shear around 30 knots. So I'm saying 30, 25, 30 knots. And it isn't good for some of the Gulf of Mexico, it's protecting the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah. I'm sorry if y'all can't understand me. I have a sore in my mouth. I don't know if I told you that already or not. I don't remember. The water temperatures are really hot. I mean, I'm worried about the Atlantic, given that they could see that if it is a fish storm, it's going to depend on how high that pressure is. And honestly, really what it does. What is the red is about a good. The red, in terms of wind shear, red means it is bad for development. It is unfavorable. Green means that it's good for development. So the more red you have on a wind shear map, the less likely or basically it prevents development. Unfavorable is red, neutral is yellow, green is favorable. Where's high pressure? Alright. I think there's a pressure map somewhere here. We have high pressure. As you can kind of see, we're talking pretty high pressure here. And we're seeing 1,020 millibars there. So, I mean, that's going to kind of keep these storms to the south. I did look at La Nina, but I'll look at it again. Here's La Nina. Alright? La Nina, again, it is going down, and it does look it's coming up, but I don't really think it's going to come up much, but you never know. We're going to have to watch it. Because this is a very dangerous system. Where we have to watch the La Nina because is going to affect the systems in the Atlantic. Hi, how are you? So, I'm gonna have to take some Advil or something because I cannot deal with this extreme pain for all day. I really wanted to make this, it did not. And I should look at tropical tidbits. Nothing. So I really want to give y'all this update and tell y'all that yes, I am watching those two systems very carefully. And I'll be giving updates once every 6 hours. Tomorrow my update will be at 7 a.m., 1 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. Okay? Even though my mouth hurts a little bit, I am not going to use that as an excuse to not upload. I'm going to do as much uploading as I possibly can for y'all. And give y'all the latest updates on the tropics every single day. And so I'm gonna wait. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong one. So stupid. Okay. I'm going to be looking and watching both. Okay. And I'm going to be watching both of these systems. I'll be giving updates once every 6 hours, 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. 3 updates a day. Okay, so I think that's quite a lot. And I kind of want to keep these updates a little short. Give people the information, tell people what's going to happen. And again, we're going to have to watch. I don't exactly know what's going to happen because a lot of the models show something different. And so I can't really say, oh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. So again, my next update will be at 7 o'clock tonight. And so, yeah. So, if you have a chance, just, hit the like button, subscribe. Long way. Okay. I'll look at IR. And then I'm gonna have to go, cause, I gotta take some Advil. And, I also need to eat. So, I just want to give you all this update. I don't want to keep it around 30 minutes or so. I don't want to have, and I just kind of want to give y'all this update. As you can see, those two systems, one of those systems is kind of falling apart, but there's a convection. Yeah, there's quite some intense convection there, ladies and gentlemen. Really is. But yeah, again, my mouth is just kind of like maxed up and it hurts. But again, next update, guys, will be 7 p.m. And I'll be talking about the system, where it's going to go. Again, some of the models show it going closer to the United States. Others models show it going out to sea. It may be in between that. It may just ride the coast and never actually make landfall. That's a possibility. It may go into the Gulf, depending on how high the pressure is. Does the pressure get stronger? Does the pressure get weaker? What is going to happen? And that's something that I got to look at. That's something I got to watch because it could be... could possibly be very bad. So yeah, that's gonna be for today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys at 7 p.m. tonight. I'm gonna be watching these systems, and I'm gonna be informing y'all what y'all should do if these systems do, come towards the United States. And I will definitely be giving y'all updates on these two systems. And y'all will definitely know if these systems. I'll definitely let y'all know ahead of time if these two systems do affect the East Coast of the United States of America. That's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will talk to you guys soon enough. I will talk to you guys today at around, give or take, at around 7 p.m. today. 7 o'clock tonight. And that's it, guys. I'll talk to you guys tonight. And with all that being said, peace out. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to let me know about them. I'll talk to you guys tonight. Peace out. Also, feel free to go in the, you can either ask me questions, feel free to email me at hurricanewashington@gmail.com. With all that being said, that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys at 7 p.m. Central Time. Peace out.